When no one sees you trying, when nothing feels easy, that's not failure. That's the beginning of something real. Let this be a reminder that life does not honor what is easy. And so we begin, not with answers, but with questions about effort, illusion, and what it truly means to grow. There is a quiet deception in the modern world, a whisper that tells us, if something is easy, it must be good. If something feels natural, then it must be right. And if we're not achieving quickly, something must be wrong with us. But the Stoic path invites us to pause, to sit with this illusion, and to ask, is ease truly the sign of wisdom or simply the mask of unpreparedness? Marcus Aurelius reminds us, do not expect things to be easy. The path of virtue is not without difficulty. And it is through this friction, not in its absence, that our character is revealed. The inexperienced often hold tightly to a quiet fantasy that effort will be minimal and rewards will come quickly. They believe business success will arrive within months, that fitness will blossom after a few days of motivation, that investing will surely lead to wealth after a handful of smart purchases. But when reality arrives quiet, firm, and unyielding, they are caught off guard. They retreat. And sometimes they abandon the journey altogether. Why? Because they did not honor the weight of the path. They were not taught to respect the slow burn of mastery. They mistook effort as failure rather than the cost of excellence. Seneca, with his steady insight, wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This shift in mindset changes everything. It invites us to see difficulty not as a punishment, but as a purifier. Not as an obstacle, but as a clarifier. When something truly matters, when it carries depth, truth, and long-term value, it rarely comes easy. And that is precisely why it is worthy. We begin to understand that difficulty serves a greater purpose. It reveals who is simply interested and who is truly committed. It separates the wishful from the willing. It is not meant to break us. It is meant to shape us. As Epictetus wisely said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. In other words, accept the humility of beginning, of trying, of stumbling, of enduring the learning curve, because that is where transformation lives. And perhaps the most sobering realization of all, even governing your own self is not easy. You may wish to sleep early, but find your hand scrolling long past midnight. You may plan to move your body each day, yet feel resistance rise with every morning sun. If mastery over our own thoughts and actions is difficult, how foolish to assume we can change others with ease. Marcus Aurelius offers us a gentle correction. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. From this truth, a new path emerges, not one of control, but one of inner clarity, not one of force, but of grounded discipline. Those who mature into this understanding begin to approach hardship differently. They expect the climb to be steep. They understand that time cannot be rushed. They walk forward not with frenzy, but with presence. They let go of childish expectations, of fast results, of instant applause, and instead, they honor progress in its smallest forms. One honest step at a time, one moment of self-governance, one act of showing up even when no one sees. In contrast, those who demand quick results often fall into illusion. They build castles on sand, and when the tide of reality comes, it washes everything away. This is especially true in investing. There are two silent traps that destroy even the brightest minds. First, the belief that success is guaranteed. Second, the belief that success will come quickly. When both are present, failure is not a possibility, it is almost a certainty. Why? Because such expectations ignore what cannot be seen. The risks, the blind spots, the absence of experience. The Stoic mind becomes aware of this. It begins to ask better questions, deeper ones. What am I missing? What truths lie outside my current vision? If difficulty arrives, will I be steady enough to face it? Or am I still too hurried, too naive? These questions act as anchors. They slow us down in a world that rushes. They keep our feet planted when the world tempts us to leap. Seneca reminds us once again, only the educated are free. And real education, true growth, does not come quickly. It is earned through effort, through enduring, through reflection. The beginner wants ease. The mature mind welcomes weight. It does not seek to conquer in one stroke, but to build patiently what cannot be taken away. And so, we return to the quiet truth: life does not honor what is easy. It honors the silent labor, the countless invisible moments of discipline, the calm persistence that never needed to be seen to be real. It honors the one who stays when others have already gone, the one who builds when others wait for perfect timing, the one who climbs slowly without needing to reach the summit to feel peace. There is no glory in comfort. There is only comfort. And comfort is not the same as meaning. So when you face resistance, when things are slow, when no one sees your efforts, remind yourself, this is the filter. This is the forge. This is the way. Ease may seduce you, but it will never honor you. Honor comes quietly through effort, through endurance, and through the humility of walking a hard road without applause. The Stoic path was never promised to be easy, but it was promised to be true, and that is more than enough. If this reflection has stirred something within you, consider joining us on the path of inner strength and quiet wisdom. Subscribe to the Stoic Shine and let timeless philosophy guide your modern life.